Hey, Hal and Sarge, everybody's still stuck on one man slapping another man on national television. And I was scrolling through YouTube, and there's a particular fella that I don't care much for, to be honest with you. But I do like to watch his videos because I like seeing how young minds are being manipulated. This fella's name's Roland Martin. Now, to me, Roland Martin's no better than Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Maxine Waters. He's a race baiter just like the rest of them. But today they were talking about these two grown men who had an incident on live TV. And he had a panel of doctors and psychologists and social workers and just had, just a group of people on there. And they were all black. Every single one of them were black, which is typical for this particular platform. Again, for them, it's all about race. If I say I'm proud to be white, they say, Sarge, you're a racist. You can be proud to be black. You can be proud to be Hispanic. You can be proud to be Asian. You can be proud to be gay. You can be proud to be trans. Hell, there's people that are proud of being convicted felons. But if I say I'm proud to be white, I'm a racist. Okay. A lot of people see me as an old, white, cracker hillbilly. And that's fine. I accept that. Matter of fact, I consider that a compliment. But a little brief history about me. My fifth great grandmother was a slave. I'm a direct descendant of slaves. I'm as a direct descendant of slaves as most of everyone in America today. Think about it. My fifth great grandmother was a slave. Her mother was a slave. Now, fast forward to today, I'm just as connected to slavery as any black person in this country today. I'm just as direct a descendant of slavery as anyone in America today. It really ticks me off the way the black community is responding to this incident. It's as if they're scared to death that this incident is going to shine a bad light on the black community. Well, folks, let me tell you something. You got a lot more shit to worry about than two grown men on national TV, one of them slapping the other for telling a joke about his wife. You have far more things to worry about than that. You have young people being murdered in the streets because they're wearing red tennis shoes that their grandma got them for Christmas, gunned down by gang members. You have children in the inner city shot in their beds, not even the target, but a stray bullet kills them. You have young kids killed in the street. There'll be a badass car go by. These kids, dude, check that out, man. That is badass. The car backs up and says, what's your problem? Shoots them. Because they've been disrespected. So someone was disrespected on national television and chose violence. That's not going to reflect on the black community. That's a reflection of the black community. So quit trying to blame shit on incidents when it's a whole that's the problem. Straight up. I really get tired of people getting on here. People like Roland Martin and people that are my age, maybe a little older. He looks good for his age, but he's my age. We're probably the same generation, 60s babies. And they're hollering about how oppressed they are because of slavery. Well, let me let you in on something there, Skippy. That's stolen valor. That's no different than someone's grandfather or great-grandfather being a veteran and someone putting on a uniform with a bunch of fake shit and walking around in public talking about they're a veteran. That's considered stolen valor. Well, so is all this bullshit about suffering from slavery. That's stolen valor. You have no idea what it was like to be a slave. You have none. No idea. You're stealing the valor of your ancestors. That's all you're doing. So when Will Smith slapped the crap out of Chris Rock, for whatever the reason may be, that was simply two grown men having a misunderstanding. The problem is, it's forcing people like Roland Martin and others to address black on black crime because it happened for the world to see and there's no getting around it. So now there has to be all these reasons for it. The reasons are simple. It's a product of a culture. Don't look at me, you're disrespecting me. Don't bump into me, you're disrespecting me. It wasn't an accident, you meant that. I don't care if you don't know me or not. You bumped into me. So I'm going to hit you, or I'm going to shoot you, or I'm going to stab you. The black community needs to quit. Some in the black community need to quit trying to say that this is going to harm the black community. The black community has far worse things to worry about. Far worse things. But they'll ignore those because they happen in back alleys and dimly lit inner city streets where no one sees it. But since this happened on national television, now they're embarrassed. Now they're embarrassed that two black, privileged, rich celebrities made asses out of themselves, especially Will Smith. That's what they're worried about, because it was seen, because it was on full display. Just knock off the bullshit, guys. Leave those two fellas alone. Let them work out their issues. It really had nothing to do with you. It didn't put food on your table. It didn't take food off your table. It didn't pay your electric bill. Let those grown-ass men handle their own stuff however they choose to handle it. And quit trying to use it. Quit trying to put it in your little sack, your little pocket, so that when you fail in life, you can pull it out and say, well, you know, I could have done better, but when you got guys like Will Smith slapping the hell up, stop it. Stop it. It had nothing to do with you. This ain't about you. Don't make it about you. Let these men handle their own business. But as always, that's just my opinion. You can take it with a grain of salt. This is Alan Sarge. I'm out.